Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the White House. We're going to do a press conference very soon. The daily briefing through this coronavirus, and I'm pretty sure we don't have much to worry about anymore. Here comes President Trump right now. Of course, 2 hours late. Again, seems to be a theme. Here he is as he takes the podium. My fellow Americans, don't be worried. Don't be worried. I've got a solution. I've talked to my fantastic doctors. Fantastic all over. Yes. This will all be over soon, and I mean that in so many ways. Of course, positive. I found a cure. It's fantastic. I haven't even talked to the fantastic doctors I know, very smart people. But I'm smarter, of course. I found out through tremendous research, doing my job, not golfing, doing my job, simply fantastic job, finding a cure for this coronavirus disease. Okay? Now who's smarter than me? Tell me that. There's not many people out there. Let me tell you something. I'm gifted with these small hands. I'm fantastic. Anyway, I found the cure, and it's Lysol. You'll see on the back of your labels, wherever you have Lysol, it has the coronavirus that is treats it, kills it, and it's over. You'll find it, you'll love it, you'll need it. And all you have to do is put it in your mouth. All you have to do, simply fantastic. Just inject it in you somehow. Inject the Lysol inside of you. Take a spray just like that Bianca back then, when I was dating, marrying teenagers. Get a spray of that in your mouth. Between 5 and 6 hours, you'll notice a difference, and the corona will be gone from your body. Wait, what? Now I'm being told, don't do that. Please do not put Lysol in your body. Please don't do that. I was only kidding. I was being sarcastic for all of you reporters out there. Please do not do that. I'm just kidding. I know a real president would not tell you something like this. So please do not do that. Forget I ever said anything. And now we'll just leave. We'll go to James's podcast. It's simply fantastic. It's the 4th one. It should be great. Should be fantastic. Just huge. Should be fantastic. Let's do it. Don't worry. Cases are going down. The virus is going to leave soon. We'll all get back to normal. And James will be back with his podcast right now, actually. We'll see you soon. James, take it away. Hey. I cannot believe this dude. Is he serious? He's talking about putting Lysol in your body. Lysol in your body. I wish a motherfucker would. Remember all those teenagers did that with like Tide Pods, and some are dying, I think, or had to be rushed to hospitals because of this shit. Oh my gosh. Anyway, welcome to the Chair podcast number 4. I think I'm gonna title this Lysol and Protest, or Fourscore and Horrors Ago. There's more in that detail very soon, and We'll get to some stories, we'll get to some news, we'll get to some shout outs, and just basically what people are doing as of right now. Today, doing this, it's April 25th. And just got some news here. There's been 120 deaths in California today. So the lockdown in California will continue to further notice. Shout out my girl, telling me that. Into all the numbers and the words that need to be said. That hey, it's probably not a good time to go out and do anything. Still, I know people are itching to get out. People are itching to do whatever they got to do, but when those numbers continue to climb and the deaths continue to go, cases continue to go up, yeah, it's time to not go out. It's time to relax still. Anyway, I think we'll do the AKAs now and get them out of the way so we can get more into this, more into the stories, but kind of feel like you don't want to because all you hear is the virus stories and all you hear about is the people dying and whatnot. But anyway, the AKAs, what I'm also known as the long range shooter. Catch me outside at Fireside. How about that? Oh wait, they still have no rims at the parks. No rims anywhere. You can't do anything like that. AKA the non-blonde Larry Bird from way downtown. Bang! AKA the young John Taffer. Clean the fucking place out. And I don't make excuses. I make solutions. And clean the fucking place out. Shut this bar down. Shame on you. AKA cookies and cream. Come and look me up, girl. Cause you're my favorite flavor. Well, I'm my favorite flavor. Cookies and cream. You know what I mean? Cookies and cream. That don't sound right. 5-star essay. Fart in my face and I'll slash your face, Holmes. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of being inside with you the whole time, eh? Eh, Holmes? AKA the Cougar Recruiter. Hide your wives and moms, cause I'm ready to drop some bombs. AKA the White OJ. I love white girls named Nicole. And don't worry, the president's doing a great job. Not. AKA the White Bill Cosby. Vanilla pudding pop. You will not remember what happened the night before. But hopefully you won't be dead. Hopefully you wake up in the morning, get your Uber, and you can go on your way before Claire comes home. Claire Huxtable, man, where's my wife? AKA brown softballs. You know why? Because I have big balls. AKA the White Prince. Because baby, I'm a star. AKA the incredible edible eater and the non-stop eater. AKA Plain James. Because I used to hate onions. I still do onions, but lettuce and tomato and all that. I used to get everything plain. Now I'm more I like more things, I guess. You could say in all phases of life, almost. AKA Big Game James, not worthy, but me. AKA Total Savage, ruthless. AKA Pull Out Master to avoid a disaster. AKA the Brown Bobby Knight, because I love to throw chairs, but hopefully you won't see that side of me, girl. AKA California Cool. And AKA Jew Boy. It would be a shame if those pennies went to waste. It really would. Let me just pick them up from the floor with my Lysol. I'll spray them first. Psst, 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 psst. Put my gloves on. Pick up those pennies. I mean, that's what it is now. I was out shopping. Man, I was out shopping and and I couldn't believe like people were not following the rules. They were out there just standing in line. I was at the store, grocery stores, and people were just standing next to each other, not doing the 6 foot thing. It was just awful the way it was, and finally this old dude who, of course, fit the bill of like 65 and older was out there, and this couple was standing. I can figure this hippie couple or this, liberal couple, I guess, was standing next to this dude, and this old dude was like, move 6 feet back. And they did. They looked at me, and I was already 6 feet back. I was like the only one in there probably following the rules, and you just never know. That's why I do it. It's just a thing that it has to happen, I guess. But I was hoping not for long, but you never know. So, it was it last week or something, or last Sunday and Monday we had these protests go on by people that normally don't protest, let's just say. And it was weird because of that reason. These people wanted to get their freedom back, so to speak, to be outside, to do whatever they want. But they were people that supported, Trump and the Republicans, and it's just weird to have that happen. Normally they're being protested against, but they're out there protesting, and I just found that to be so awkward. And there was this powerful picture where these nurses, men and women, were standing in Colorado blocking a Dodge Ram of these white folks, and all patriotic and all that. And I don't know if that picture was doctored in any way or made to happen. But if it was spontaneous and not fake, then I would love that to be the case for sure. But you never know what's real nowadays. You never know. No one directly has been affected by this virus. To me, I know someone who's been quarantined, a coworker, but that's about it. I don't know anyone, that's died or anything close to me, so it's weird how that is, but again, the movie Contagion, what I talked about last week, I would love to see, not love, but it would just prove to me like all this is real and happening, and really happening. I would love to, not love, again, stupid of me to say that. I would really like to see, and not like, but I really want to see people dead, and then, those cases and those body boxes or whatever, to really see if it's real or not. I would really want to see that to pretty much solidify what's going on. I think that's excuse me, that's the issue I think I have with that. Is that I gotta see it to believe it, I guess. But, when you have numbers like this, when you have precautions like this, it's just what it is. And it's just uh, sad. And, I was hoping there would be a vaccine for it, but there ain't no vaccine for it. And this is what I always wondered, and I want people to get back at me about this. I really do. Thinking to myself, why is there not a cure for all these different cancers and AIDS and HIV, even though they're working on that closely now, but all these cancers and all this research and all this money being donated, and there hasn't been many cures to anything. It just sucks. I'm thinking to myself, what if someone I know gets cancer, and I get cancer, and there's no cure for it, and I can't live long, and or they can't live long, and it's just disheartening to think about. Like, really shitty when you think about it. And just hope for better. Now, this will be a good segue to the next topic. Out here in Southern California, it's been real hot. Hot AF, I guess you would say. At least here in the valley, 85, 90. Other places more. It's made people, really stay inside, if not already. And I remember people saying that that heat will kill the virus. So once it gets hotter, that more uh, uh, just more things will happen like that. But evidently, it's not true. It doesn't work on like all that, according to people that I know, and think it's just wishful thinking. Just hope they want to get things going. They want things to be happening, and one of the things that would lead into the fall would be the NFL. Segue to that, there was the NFL draft on Thursday, and it was unique because the commissioner was talking from his house and doing the draft, and had these fans join in from wherever on the screen behind him from days before, just cheering these picks that the fans probably don't even know who they are, except probably the top few. But my team, I think, did well. The Las Vegas Raiders, getting what they needed, even if they had to go down and get what they needed. I think they did well, and and the whole draft was 3 days. So if you're a real fan and really missing football and got sick of watching old games or whatever, you're into that. I It was funny. I at first I was going to. I was like, man, I'd rather be doing something or watching something else, because man, I do not care about like the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh. I don't care about none of those picks whatsoever. So I just did not watch after a while, and thank God, because I forgot how boring the draft really is. And but again, there were people out there that were watching it. I bet. Let's give a shout out to Skull219, Carlos, and Todd, and Matt on the grinds. Find them all, YouTube or media, social media, as well as the chair with me. There's just I gotta come up with a slogan. I just thought like that's a hot chair or something. But I bet those guys were watching it and watching as much as they could of following it, especially when their teams came up, and I did too for the most part. I just didn't want to, stand there, stand there the whole time, and see what I could see later. Basically, get what I'm saying? See what I can see later. Because, they're going to show the highlights, and you can find the highlights of someone on YouTube, and you don't have to look far for that. Just type in dude's name and college and highlights, and then boom, you can find them just like that. Another segue. I love what I do. Going into YouTube, I've been terrible at hoarding YouTube videos on the watch later feature. At one point, I've got it down to like 699 videos. It went back up recently to about 731. I keep finding these videos that I probably are never going to watch and keep putting it in there saying, okay, I'll watch that later for sure. But with my OCD, I'm like, man, I have too many of these. Or I get uninterested with videos that I want to see. Of course, I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to have someone hear this and be like, oh, I thought you were a real fan of that. Or, oh, I see you don't watch every video. So I don't want that. So I won't mention which ones, but yeah, I gotta get on that. That's what she said. See what I can eliminate or watch or just listen to, I guess, and keep myself busy. And what videos I should be watching. Another segue. It's like haircut videos. Because, man, I got this weird hair going on, very curly, very out there. But I'm like horrified to actually do it manually with, scissors and my razor and all that. My clippers. And no one will touch me. So, I can't have someone cut my hair, so I'm hesitant to do it, but I'm wondering how it would look because I don't want to have like patches of skin showing. I don't want like a weird hairstyle where there's more hair in one place than the other place. I know I can wear a hat all the time or whatever, but sometimes it gives me headaches, so I don't want to do that. So that's really tough right now. I'm really thinking about it. As the weather gets hotter, my hair gets longer and gets more irritating, let's say. And speaking of hair, excuse me, shaving, I think, is some things because I've seen people out there not shaving and just letting their beard grow like it's 2011, 12, when these mountain men beards were happening, but they were just like bartenders or baristas from Starbucks with beards and all that. Ponytail hair, man bun hair. I don't think I'll ever get to that point with shaving or with my hair. I tried it once in the summer of I think it was '09. Yeah, the summer 2009. I broke up with my ex, oh my god, at the time. And then that summer, I must have had like 5 different girlfriends. And maybe it was the hair, maybe it was the body actually being somewhat decent. But I had this curly ass long hairs and reached down to her shoulder. And I guess the girls at the time found it hot. And uh, after the summer, I finally cut it. Uh, I think there was a job I had where I had to. They were worried about the long hair or something, or I can't remember what happened, but so I kind of think of that, like, hey, maybe that'll happen to me again, but I got a girl, so I would just probably have to ask her. I say, hey, do you prefer me with long hair again? I mean, not again, but the way I had it a while back. I don't have any pictures, so it's hard to imagine, but uh, but now I get irritated. As I get older, I get irritated about hair curling around my ears, making it, itch or scratch. And now I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna shave this all off. A lot of arm hair, a lot of leg hair, a lot of hair down there, everywhere. So maybe one day, maybe, I don't know. I won't do it in the summer though, but be like a swimmer, like Michael Phelps or Mark Spitz, and just uh, shave it all off. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do it like that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's always been this breaking news, but I have different reports out here saying about uh, Korea's leader Kim Jong Il, if he's dead or not, and guess he's in bad health, and that's all I know of right now as we're speaking here. But that would be a very important um, thing in the world, but uh, not as much as the virus, I guess. Um, I was just thinking to myself, does he have like juniors out there? Kim Jong Il Jr., Kim Jong Il in juniors, or is it like George Foreman where he has like different Kim Jong Il's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I wonder, if they take over and they threaten more people. His father is probably like, yo, his last words to his sons or whoever, be like, yo, keep the shit going, keep the threatening going, keep 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 the threats going, keep trying to fuck with people, you know. So I wonder if that's the case, but I don't know. We'll see as we go along. Uh, Maybe tomorrow we'll know more. I did feel bad on I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. I can't remember, but Vince Scully fell um, in his house. He mentioned, I'm not gonna, and I've always hated doing head first sliding. I'll never do it again. So it's amazing how even through all that he could still have a sense of humor and just a way to entertain. And I, again, if you don't know me, not a Dodger fan, hate the fans. I love and if he passed away, I would have been distraught. And it's just what profession I wanted to be in was broadcasting. So I had so many examples growing up where I did and nationwide and watching whatever, and he was and is shining way to be. And I just thank him for everything. And hopefully we'll get to hear more and more as he recovers. So, we went through all the topics. We've gone through everything. Everybody hopefully is just chilling, going out for what they need, not bringing their kids with them. It was just weird going out. I don't know if they were single mothers, if the dad was at work on a Saturday, but there was like moms with kids, dads with kids. I was like, damn, like nobody can just stay home, or not everybody stay home, but just the 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 rules or whatever. Just have one person go in at one time. I think that's the key of everything. Just stay home. I think that would be great. Just have one person go at one time. But hopefully we just get through this. Don't go on the beach. Don't do nothing like that. Yeah. It's contagious. You don't want to be contagious. Don't want to do any of that. Please don't do any of that. So, I found a story. Not a story, I guess, but back in the day, I mentioned 2009. This is 2007, and it's just one of these diaries I wrote, and kept a diary like every week. So it's kind of like, well, almost maybe 2 weeks. So it's kind of like what I'm doing now, but this is more like personal. It's not news or stories or stuff like that. Nothing like that at all. This is just a diary I kept through the summer of '07, and that was a real changing year of my life, and future was very up in the air, let's just say. And going through all my stuff and reading about things that I've done or did and was gonna do, and who I've been with, who I knew. It's just crazy when you think about it. So if you're out there going through your stuff and looking at stuff, and hopefully find something and bring back some type of memories, good or bad, and you share it with people and you feel better about it, I guess that would be something to do in this crazy, boring time if you're about that. Excuse me. So this is from June 30th of '07. I sounded terrible back then. I sounded like a little kid or a little 12-year-old. This time I was 16? No, 17. I think. Yeah, 17. I sound 12 in this. Okay, here it goes. This is about one of my exes. Or flings, I should say. She'll never hear this. I haven't spoke to her in so many years. Just call her J. So first things first, today begun. Wow, I used proper grammar back then. Begun early at 6:30 a.m. Woke up and got a text hit. The fuck? I said text hit? I don't know why I said text hit, but around 7 a.m. maybe from Jay. Had to go to work at 8 to take her place. She had her lip hurt all night and this morning too. So she left about 9 a.m. And I'm trying to remember this because I came in for her and she's there. I thought she had already left. But her lip, it looked like, she got some type of like mark on it. Like, okay, who were you making out with? Who, I guess I'm not the only one. I guess, I guess I'm not, I'm not the only one you're with and not only one you're kissing. Or seeing your boobs. Yeah. So, excuse me. So she left about 9 a.m. Look at this crap. Listen to this crap. I hope she got better at the hospital. I haven't got word yet of how she is. I really care for her, and I hope and I pray for her so much. I freaking love her a lot. I pray to God she has no more problems in life anymore. I really do. I go. So I can tell my friend Darius will say to me, I go. Shout out Darius. uh, anyway, I was, love stoned or whatever Justin Timberlake called that song back in the day. She did have some abuse issues, like her former father was alcoholic, her mother was alcoholic, and they had all these issues growing up or whatever. I remember that. Had some sisters that were in some type of substance abuse issues too. I go on to say I worked from 8 to 5 and heard some crazy things today about sex and hollering at girls. Working at a grocery store, like if you get downtime and you're just like chilling and you're at that age, like, 14 through 22 or whatever, you're gonna talk and hear some crazy things. And probably say some crazy things. I probably did back then. Total liar here. But first, I was with two dudes who were telling me who they would do. They told me I should do it. They told me where I should do it and in certain places to do it in the store. Yeah, that probably happened. Not I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I probably did some stuff in the store, but maybe I did. Yeah, I did, but I totally forgot where. Probably in like bakery or back in the back or something, or produce or whatever when the store was closed in the parking lot. I was a freak back then. I was pretty bad. Freak in the morning, freak in the evening. Two dudes, if these are the two guys I remember, they were like the models for Hot Topic back then. Like, total, like, pop goth looking guys, like Fall Out Boy, All American Reed. No, not really. Yeah. Some of those guys, and the Almost, like all the Good Charlotte, and My Chemical Romance looking dudes. Like, they had the piercings, and they had these those white names, and they were just like, I remember in story time, real quick, before we go back to this diary, there was this time, one of them was really like in love with this girl, and she was with her girlfriends up at Disneyland. This dude got off at 10, and he was asking me, yo, should I go see this girl? She's up at Disneyland, and she's got the night up there at the hotel. She wants me to come up and see her. And he was asking me like, yo, should I do it? I mean, if you really love her, but you got a condom, right? Yeah, bring that, and like, bring some flowers, chocolate. I was like treating it like a damn date. But he was like listening to everything I was saying and everything I was bullshitting, everything that I wanted to do for a girl back then. I'm lying, of course. I'll do anything for you, girl. But I remember like telling, oh yeah, it's just straight up to 5, and then once you see Disneyland Drive on the left side, carpool, get off there. Then the hotel's like 2 blocks away from there. I gave him like a map or whatever, and then that was pretty much it. And told me all about it and how it went. And I don't know if they were ever together after that, or it was just a one night stand, or just figuring out, from more than friends or something. But shit, I wish I remember all these names, but I don't. But I remember looks, and I remember the piercings, I remember the hair. Of course, everybody wearing the same uniform at the grocery store. But that was that. So back to the story. I'm thinking to myself, I will never be like that ever. Are all men seem to be perverts or what? Now I'm one of those guys, but secretly. Like, my girl will never know about, like, how dirty I am. Unless she heard, like, the second podcast of this whole chair thing, and then, yeah. But, I don't know what to do. Cody, who I'm still friends with on Facebook, Cody was hollering at Monica about something. I don't know who Monica was. I'm trying to remember, but I do remember a time, and maybe it was about Monica. Maybe it was about another girl, but I remember he was so into her, like really into her. And I remember like he would come over to the crib. We'd go out late night talking about her, and like, you know, she lives in your area. I'm like, really? So we would go. This sounds terrible, but we would go stalk, not on her, but just be outside her house at this park and just be there and saying, I bet that's where she leaves every day. I was like, yeah, that's probably where she does. Leave every day and come back, It's probably her mom's bedroom right there. Because back then, it felt like everybody, well, probably like 55% of the moms in Carlsbad were probably divorced. That's what it felt like in my, um, uh, not gated neighborhood, but it was just a bunch of like townhouses, condos kind of thing. It just felt like that. There was no like dads around, or if they were, it was just on weekends. And that's what I felt like Carlsbad was at that time. Maybe still is, and probably going to be after this too, because of all the time being with each other during this quarantine. I would love to see, as Todd mentioned, the rates about divorce and domestic disputes. I would love to see the numbers on that. Again, not love, but not like, but really want to know the figures on that. Let's see, how do I end this? Oh yeah, but with Monica or the girl, I remember Cody would one day got her this big ass teddy bear, and I remember looking in his car like, oh, got a big teddy bear in there. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see her. Really? Y'all gonna go on a date? Wow. I was like, cool, okay, you're doing it. And it's just funny, at that time, I got with one of my exes at that time. After all this, and what's funny, after I split with her, Cody went on a date with her, if I remember correctly, at the TGI Fridays. And what was funny about it, she had me go with her, but hide. So, Cody, I hope you're not mad at this or anything, but I told her about you. Only good things. Only good things. There were never any bad things about you that I said to her. And then I talked to Cody about her. Now I said all these great things about her, and it was just like passing. That sounds bad. I was just passing her around almost, but passing the torch pretty much. But it's not bad. Not it sounds bad again, but whatever. I'm saying it like I was just doing, uh, you know, doing a favor or whatever. But I remember there was like a double date, and I brought a friend with me to join me at TGI Fridays. So we were sitting in another area of TGI Fridays. You know, they were four people, so they had a booth, and it was just me and this other dude watching, I think, a Laker game against New Jersey. And New Jersey at the time was real bad, so I was, it was pretty much a blowout, but I was not really focused on that, but focused on that table. But somehow I got the right seats where they couldn't see me, but I saw them. I don't know how that ended up, but kudos to me. I was able to see them and how they were doing, and what was funny, it was like I could see my ex with Cody like not saying much. She just sitting there. I was like, oh God. I made matchmaker. I was a matchmaker. I made this up and nothing's working. So I walked by and I was like, oh my God, you guys are here? Totally knew they were here. Holy shit, you guys are here? I can't believe it. I'm here with a friend. We're watching the Laker game way somewhere over there. We're just sitting way over there. And it was just funny because it was like spontaneous. I was acting, spontaneous. I was like, oh my God, really? Wow. You two going out now? Oh, wow. I said to my ex and Cody. And I thrive under these awkward situations, but I'm never put in them much, but I always practice them out. Like that meme where they have someone sleeping there or waking up in the middle of the night, like just, and the meme is like practicing out these fake situations that probably never happen. And I do that. I used to do that constantly. Now, because it hasn't happened in a while, I never really think about them. But I'm always prepared, no doubt. So, let's see. At the end of this, wow, this aged well. At the end of this, I said, damn, I'm very confused of this world. Why, what, how? I don't know why I ended it on that, but I did. And it just goes to show you, like, now, it's like that still. I mean, with all the BS going around and whatnot. So, yeah, we're gonna have these stories from 2007. It's kind of like what I guess the sports channels are doing, showing old games or whatever, and I'm gonna take you back in time. Each of these podcasts, I got some good notes here that I did. So I'm gonna have the diaries from '07 here, and maybe I shouldn't say diaries, but I don't know, but this will be fun. Go back and see how I was before. I was gonna say puberty. I already had it. I was already smashed. Ruthlessly too. But all these stories before, I guess I had my real long relationship. Let's just say. So these are my swinging times, I guess you could say. And I would love to share them with you more and more as we go on in this life and in this quarantine. 50 minutes of pleasure, which sound too long. So this has been the Chair Podcast number 4, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you heard and what stood out, and if you have a story like one I told, what you think about everything going on. Like, share, and subscribe. Would really enjoy more comments and people getting at me about everything. So take care, everyone. Be safe. Stay home. Listen to this with headphones on, of course. Or if you're brave, not. See ya.